Welcome to Snap Take. There is less than a week left in the Days of Future Past season, and if you need to hit infinite, do I have this Series 3 only deck for you? How do I know this deck could hit infinite? Well, last season, in a stronger metagame, pre-patch, this deck hit infinite. In addition, from 92 to 96, 2 hours, this deck for me this season. And I'm a fairly high MMR. I've been infinite every season uh, since the Black Panther one. This deck is extremely powerful. It can help you hit infinite. Our friend on our Discord, Rob Wilkie, hit infinite with this last season in the giant Thanos Red Skull meta. This deck is phenomenal. But before I tell you all about it, make sure that you are subscribed and like this video. Also, make sure to follow us over at Snap JudgeCast on Twitter. If you do these two things, there will be a contest announced on Twitter tomorrow to win on Friday a season pass. I'm actually giving away 2 season passes. I'll be away next week. There'll still be videos, don't worry. But there will be a contest to give away 2 season passes for next season. You can get that Hit Monkey season completely for free. All you have to do is sub here and follow on Twitter. So make sure you do so. All right. What's so good about this deck? Well, it's got like a 97% chance of seeing a ramp piece. Let's take a look at how that works. So, America Chavez thins the deck. With this deck, you've got 3 ramp pieces. Each of them, despite Psylocke saying 2 on her, fundamentally, for all intents and purposes, costs 3 for you. Cool. You play Psylocke on 3 basically 100% of the time. You would never play her on 2 unless you already had Electro or Wave and just wanted the extra body. So all 3 of these are fundamentally 3 cost cards. By turn 3, you have something like 96 to 97% chance of seeing one of the 3 by turn 3. Now, what that means is you almost always have a healthy snap. Here's the play pattern for the deck. Ideally, you get Sunspot and Lizard down. I prioritize Sunspot over Lizard if I have Electro on 2. Let's say I draw Sunspot on 2 with Lizard already in hand. If I already have Electro, I will play Sunspot. If I don't have Electro, I have Psylocke or Wave. I'm probably going to play Lizard. Now, here's how this works. My next play, if I have it, I don't care if it's Psylocke, Electro, or Wave, is Sandman. I always play Sandman, even if it doesn't seem like they're going to be playing more than 1 card a turn. Simple stuff like Shuri, Red Skull. On the last turn, they very often want to play Taskmaster on a 1-drop. Just denying them that ability is your best chance of winning that matchup. Say hi to our friend Arrow to better understand why. Okay, so once we've got our Sandman down on 4, the play on 5 depends. Here's how this works. If you've played Electro, you can go 5-6-6. If you've played Psylocke, you go 5-5-6. And if you've played Wave, you can go 6-5-6. Now, you're not going to if you have Sandman, unless you absolutely have to. You're going to go 5-5-6 anyway, because Sandman is so good in this deck. I suppose there are occasional exceptions if your opponent is just playing like absolutely nothing. If you can see that they're playing something that's very similar to this, so that like getting your Sandman down doesn't accomplish as much, you can go 6-5-6. Okay, so what do you want to play? What's your priority? I get Psylocke down. My next goal is Sandman. If I can't Sandman, my next priority is Claw. Claw is a poor man's doom. That's a 5-10 across 2 lanes. That's extremely powerful. You obviously want this in the center lane if possible. You'd also settle for left. Why Claw and not Captain Marvel? Well, very simply, 10 is more than 6. Choose your plays carefully. Look at where your opponent's stacking power and consider. Dropping Claw's 6 power on a lane that you have, the extra 6 power on a lane you have Lizard or Sunspot creates a really, really tough challenge for your opponent to beat. Claw is fundamentally a poor man's doom in this deck. Also, by the way, that +6 is one more than a Doombot's +5, which occasionally will win you a game. Okay, so you go, if you've played Psylocke, you go Sandman, Claw, then you're reading the board. Do you need to go wide? That's what Doom is for. Doom can create a lot of power in a lot of places. I like to say Doom plus Sandman plus Claw in one location. That's 14. That's going to win you a fair number of games. That +6 +5, that's 11. You add in a lizard, now that's 16. That's going to win you a fair number of games. And then you have a 5 in another lane. Reasonable. Not the best thing in the world, but reasonable. That play pattern, though, the Sandman into Claw after Psylocke, I will very often Magneto or Arrow. If they can only play one card, Arrow pulling them where I want them means that I very likely just immediately win that game. Claw means even their Doom doesn't usually stop me. Magneto pulling whatever stuff they've played early, assuming they haven't ramped, works in very much the same way. Cool. Except he's obviously more power in that one spot. So far, so good. Great. What else can we do? We have Electro. Now we're Sandmanning, we're Dooming, and we're Odining. This is our main play pattern, right? Sandman, Doom, Odin means you're dropping 10 power across 2 lanes and 13 in 1 lane with that Doom Odin combo, plus the 5 wherever Sandman is. Crazy, crazy powerful. It's the best thing you could do in this deck. It wins an insane amount of games. Okay. Do we have other plays? Of course we do. We can wave. Then we can Doom, Arrow, Odin. Great. So Doom spreads out that power. We arrow them into wherever we want, ideally where that Doom is. And then we drop the Odin to arrow again to get some more Doom bots. We've now pulled 2 of their things over to us while spreading out 10 power across all the other locations. What else can we do here? We can drop, we can go Electro directly into Arrow, Doom, Odin. We can be forced to, in a singular location, drop an America for enough power. We can potentially play, we can potentially play Sandman on 5 if we draw him on 5, assuming that we see something like a Sarah coming. One of my favorite plays is against that Sarah type play. When I've got an Electro out, if I haven't seen Sandman, I'll get a Claw out, then I'll wave so that they can only play 2 things, and then Doom usually wins me the game. Awesomely, Shang is fundamentally useless unless they can accurately call where your Magneto or Chavez goes. Everything else falls right under the realm of where that would be a problem. Valkyrie's presence is often annoying, but it's usually pretty easy to not have priority against them because you're spreading your Doombots out that are grabbing you that win pretty late. This deck is sick. It's super linear once you get the hang of it. Basically, always prioritize Sandman. If you can't prioritize Sandman, try and spread things in lanes. Stack power high when you can early because it makes the extra things happen, but never do so unless you're not seeing the right ramp with more than 2 cards in location so that you can throw 10 power with 2 Doombots there if you see Doom and Odin. That's the deck. Again, like and sub. We'll see you tomorrow for another Snap Take and Friday for the big giveaway. Have a great day. See you then.